Okay, is that Zeus?
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking to is convinced. So I have to convince him to give me the letter, and at the very top in the middle there it says I have 3 blunders left. Holy cow, how blunderful am I?
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
I got a blunder even though I didn't do anything! Oh, I'm awful. Alright, so he doesn't know anything about Mother's disappearance even though he was invited here. Something smells fishy. Yes, she's been here for several weeks now. Never mind. Give me your letter. Well, obviously I'm not going to choose that. I wonder if this is a skill check and it's not telling me to make it more challenging.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Alright, so that wasn't a blunder. It was just an opportunity for a blunder. I see. Okay. We are members of the Golden Order, Professional Secret, sorry. Art Collector, Etiquette Locked. Our business is confidential. Well, Professional Secret I think is a bad idea. I don't know if giving this guy too much information will bite us in the end, but I really don't see a better option than this.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son.
Oh no!
You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Shit! All the
Oops.
same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Of course I do. Okay. It depends on what it contains. Pretend I don't want it. You can count on me. Yes, I'll give it to... Alright. Ooh, these are timed as well. Well, I've got the skill points. Let's do it.
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes. Absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
For the last step of a confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until you either give a right one or you have no blunders left. The last step of a confrontation will repeat. Okay. Uh-oh. No thank you. Okay, no worries. I don't believe in God. I promise. Diversion locked.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
I'm so lying.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derice. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Sure.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Oh, I'm looking. Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. There we go. I want to... Sealed letter. Alright, so I can't open it now. Vulnerability is questioning. And the yellow part is to be discovered. I forget what the yellow part is. Oh, I think it's just immunity. Or over here, it's vulnerability. Okay. Let's look around. Sarah is secretly the Scarlet Pimpernel. The Devil's Thorn. Devil's Thorn grants you the Exalted State. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice and a conversation. You cannot carry more than 5. Really? Alright, interesting.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Alright, so that's locked. Alright, well, I can tell you right now, this is the playthrough where this type of playthrough, I'm the kind of person who likes to look around and investigate everything.
Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing.
Holy
It's
cow.
the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
So you're not going to see me like speed running it or trying to get through it as quickly as possible to win. I want to see all the things.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
You just so happen to have a lot of large paintings of the same size. That is Zeus, right?
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
Flip through it. Well, I can't. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you could choose what to read and gain permanent skill points. Really? Okay.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
About a letter? My mother. Well, let's just cut to the point with the mother stuff.
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
None of your business, sir. She's gone missing. Invent something? Oh, I don't want to tell them that she's missing.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Did they really say that back then?
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
How do you know her? Oh!
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Interesting.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Oh, ask
Do you
him.
know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Oh, I don't know what I want to do. Stay and listen to Washington. Discover what Holm knows about my mother. Yeah, I want to know about my missing mother.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
Washington was long dead by then? What year is this? 1792? Are you sure?
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France.
Oh, hold on. I know Washington died like right after his presidency, but 1792 sounds about right, doesn't it? Because it wasn't like he was president, you know, right at 1776. It took them quite a while to put in their first president, right? I don't know if he was long dead before this. Sir Gregory Holm, Baron of Nottingham, is a very influential British aristocrat. Confirmed royalist, Sir Gregory Holm spent his career extending the influence of the United Kingdom throughout the world, from the flourishing East India Company to the Spanish trading post in America. Wait, is this a real life character? It just dawned on me with Washington. Are these other characters real characters? I've never heard of this guy before. He stamped his hallmark on key decisions made by the world's preeminent economic power in England. He contributed to the reduction of the national debt, and being very attached to family values, he invested time in the working class, creating charity schools in order to offer a decent education to the future links of the next industrial revolution. A network builder, Holm always finds pleasure in attending the social gatherings of his old friend Lord Mortimer. Washington would have found that vulgar. I'm guessing you mean the picking the nose part. Even as a young man, he was highly focused on bodily etiquette, according to his own ratings. He had an entire written list of how a gentleman would behave in company, including how to hide filth or spittle with your foot so it didn't offend the eye. No, he was dead before the Goya Saturday. Well, yeah. Well, is Washington out of place, or is the Goya out of place? Washington died in 99. 1799. The Goya was painted in 1890. So the painting is out of place. Washington fits in with this then, if this is 1792. Right? Because they had term limits back then. And he served 2 terms, right? So that means he was president for a couple years before this takes place, is what I'm gathering from that.
Fatigued him, but he would recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming, if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you.
What is the story?
Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met? Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother. I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
What did my mother come here for? What is the link between Hillsborough and my mother? Also notice that we mentioned that our mother is missing in front of the Cardinal, to which we did not admit that, so that might come back to bite me in the butt. Who could have held a grudge against my mother? Is there anyone else missing other than my mother? I mean, I don't see the point in asking this. Who could have held a grudge against my mother? Because we know he's the one, he is possibly involved in it. So he'll lie about that. What is the link between Hillsborough and my mother? I don't know if I care about that right now. Is there anything else, anyone else missing? I'm not sure how important that would be either. I'm going to go with this. This seems to be like the most valuable.
Do you know the reason for my mother's presence here?
I haven't the slightest idea, no. She was invited by Lord Mortimer.
But
that was
you
useless.
Don't know why.
Not really. I was given to understand that your mother was looking for something.
And do you know how long my mother and Lord Mortimer have known each other?
Several years, I believe. They seemed to know each other for quite a while. But it was the first time that Lord Mortimer had invited her to join us here.
Good. And finally, would it be possible for me to speak with Lord Mortimer this evening?
I'm terribly sorry, no. He really is quite unavailable. But please rest assured that everyone is doing their best to find your mother.
All the same, it's not the Chateau de Versailles. It can't be that difficult to find her.
Worry not, my son. I am persuaded that we shall find the famous Sarah de Riche. No doubt with new adventures to share, huh?
What's going on with the girl?
No!
Was she poisoned?
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Wait, here, I'll take care of it.
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Denichet.
Miss, can you hear me?
Obliging.
Leave me.
Oh, shit. Observe the young lady. Ooh.
Her breathing is becoming stable and... her heart rate, too. Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell. Can you tell me something about her?
Who is she?
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. Seer can do wonders.
Oh, God, them and their
You
bro
all right,
science.
Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
So what is that emblem?
She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Okay, so hold on before we continue. Inventory. This thing right here. Temporary reveals the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice. I wonder when I'm allowed to use this. Also, I can use the royal jelly right now. Let's do that when we get back in.
it's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities.
Case she is on.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
What?
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holm doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
I'm pretty sure he said sign of the beast. Yeah, the beastia. Oh, wait a minute. The beastia kind of made me feel like it was beast. Here we are. Elizabeth Adams is the daughter of John Adams, Vice President of the United States. Elizabeth was rejected by her parents at birth and was declared stillborn. Brought up in isolation, she grew into a frail young woman with bipolar disorder, devoured by her terrible fits of anxiety. Her deepest secrets were slowly gnawing away at her from the inside. Despite numerous treatments, nothing could cure her. The young woman continued to descend into folly. As a friend of Sir Gregory Holm and of Lord Mortimer, John Adams decided to send his daughter to Lord Mortimer's manor in the hope that he could help her. With little hope, Elizabeth has now been at the manor for a short while. So, John Adams knows she's alive then, but reported her as stillborn?
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
I'm going to snoop first.
My friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
It doesn't matter, because we're going to go snooping, sir. Wow, game is telling me to go to my room. This is a very big place.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
I'm assuming I probably can't open many of these doors. What is that? is this my room? I didn't want to go in here yet.
So what shall I do with this letter?
Damn it.
It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Open the letter without breaking the seal. Oh! Oh, that stinks. That would have been nice to be able to do. Yeah, it's got a seal on it, doesn't it? Alright. I want to read it somehow, but I don't want to... I want to see if there's an opportunity later to open it.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so... Too bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
How many paintings does this guy have? Carmelite water. Carmelite water gives you the focus state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. Cannot carry more than 5.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Nope, this guy's rich, yo. What is that? Oh, a little chest of some sort. Oh my god, there's the bedroom is actually in there. Alright. God, I got a balcony and everything? Oh my god. Alright, well, let's get this room done first. This place is huge.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Amber crystals.
Oh, more amber. More coins. Okay. Alright, let's check out the bedroom. What? I'm not going to sleep, am I? No, game, why did you do that? I wanted to go explore the hallways. Don't cutscene to a bed. Let me make the choice of going into the bed. Okay, success. I went up to the manor. Yada, yada, yada. I did not find all the clues about my mother on the docks, which is weird. I thought I searched the docks thoroughly, but I guess I did not. I didn't pick up the book on the quay. I could have remained in the Grand Hall to speak with Mr. Washington. Yeah, that's an alternate path, though. Okay, well, the only thing that... I'm really enjoying this game. I think this game's right up my alley. I'm real frustrated that it ended the way it did, because I would rather have searched the hallways and poked around for stuff before ending the episode. I think it would have been better if they had you walk up to the bed and there'd be a little light and it'll say, you know, go to sleep or end episode or whatever. So you knew what was going on. I don't like that it automatically ended. Off the coast of England. Alright, so what does my level do? Items found 200. Okay. 4 points. Oh. It costs 4 points total to the next level. So that works pretty much exactly like Call of Cthulhu, doesn't it? I see. Science, politics, conviction, diversion. Subterfuge. I think I would like to do that. Although science, I am only here. So I'm level 1 science now. And I'm level 1 on all of those. Manipulation. Let's go with 1 there, so I can at least get that leveled up. And that leaves me with 1 more. Alright, let's put this in one of our core skills. Questioning, I think, would be a good one. Alright. Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Plus 1 skill point in conviction and 1 in psych. Interesting. Okay, so psych is one of my core skills. Are you planning to continue streaming after the episode? No, just doing episode 1 today. I don't know when I'll do episode 2. Maybe tomorrow? What is tomorrow? New Year's? Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But no, I just wanted to do episode 1 today. I guess I'll put this in psychology.